What is going on, guys? Gerard Lewis here and welcome to another video. Today's video is kind of all over the place. I'm going to show a little bit of my Nabba footage and what actually happened in Nabba, and then we're going to show a little bit of my girlfriend's photo shoot, and we're also going to show a little bit of the ICN National comp. So pretty much from Adelaide, I flew to Queensland. I was in Queensland for a week by myself. My girlfriend stayed here in Adelaide, and then I was there, competed. Whole bunch of crap happened, so I'm going to explain that. And then after that, I flew to Sydney. There on the Wednesday, Erin competed on the Saturday at ICN Nationals, and I'm going to show a little bit of that footage as well. So the video is kind of all over the place. I've got random footage here and there, and then also random footage from the Nabba Nationals, and then we're going to get into a whole bunch of new stuff. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, turn post notifications on. It really helps out the channel. Sit back, relax, and enjoy this video. Alright, so all those people that have kind of been messaging me, asking me what's going on, it's been a rough couple of days and everything has been up in the air. I didn't know what was going on with a lot of things that I guess, planned. So pretty much this is what happened. So pretty much I planned to do the Queensland Nabba qualifier, which was a qualifier for the Nationals in Sydney in 2 weeks. So I booked all my accommodation, I'd registered, I'd paid for everything was ready, the flights, accommodation, everything. And then I did that like 2 months ago, 3 months ago, because I planned to do this comp ages ago. And then what happened is the aviation firefighters got back to me after I did all the online testing, and over the last 3 years that has been cancelled every single time. It's been cancelled 4 times, every recruit after I got through the online testing. It got cancelled because of COVID. So they couldn't go ahead with the physical. And then about 2 weeks ago, literally half a week after the IFBB or a week after the IFBB, I got an email saying I'd got through all the online testing and I was now eligible to come and do the fitness test. But conveniently and not so conveniently, it was on the 6th of May, which was a day before the Queensland qualifier, which was the 7th. Conveniently, I was already going to the Gold Coast to, I guess, compete. But inconveniently, there was no fucking way I could do a 5-hour physical test, beep test, and everything else you have to do, the off-fat test, the day before a comp. So then, like, if you've done a comp before, you know how you feel on the week before a comp. Like, you can hardly walk, let alone do a 5-hour physical. So there's no way I was going to be able to do the Queensland qualifier, which sucked. But luckily, I could still go to Nationals without doing it. So then what happened was I flew here on Thursday, and I'd been eating all week. I had changed my whole training, changed my diet and everything with my coach, who I'm going to tag in a minute, who's been helping me the last couple of weeks. And yeah, I got here Thursday and I got an email saying this. Which sucked because I had eaten a lot of food on the previous couple of days to be ready for that fitness test, and I couldn't keep putting that off and couldn't keep eating more food because I still had Nationals in 2 weeks, which I have to make a pretty crazy low weight for. So I was pretty devastated, pretty angry, pretty annoyed, and some other stuff was going on as well in my life, and it was a bad day, like really bad day. And then yeah, so with some emails back and forward, they still weren't even sure if it was going to go ahead on Saturday because the whole weekend had planned thunderstorms in Queensland. So I was like, fuck this, like whatever one is going to be 100% by Friday, like 4 p.m, 5 p.m, I'm going to do that. So I still went down and registered for the comp on Friday. I went to registration, I got my tan and everything, but I was still going to maybe do the firefighter test on the Saturday, because then they emailed this to me. So I kind of didn't eat much food on Friday because I was like, am I going to be competing or am I going to be doing a fucking 5-hour fitness test? And then I got that email at 4 p.m. and I was like, they don't know if it's going to go ahead. They're going to email us in the morning and let us know. And I was looking at the weather and the weather was pretty fucked. So I then sent my coach this email. Well, not email, but message. So we decided to do today's comp at 4:15 p.m. yesterday. And I had not done anything all week for this. Like, I had been really lowered my training volume so that I was recovered for the test. I had been eating a higher amount of food. I had a bit of a bad thing happen on Thursday, so I was holding a lot of water, which I'll talk about probably in a YouTube video or something. But yeah, I kind of felt like shit. I didn't know what I was going to do, and I was like, fuck it, I'm just going to go do this comp. Like, so at 4 o'clock yesterday, we made a plan. I drank about 5 to 6 liters of water because I had to flush out a lot of sodium. And by, I think it was 9:30 last night when I cut water, I was about 95.8 kilo. So a lot heavier than what I was the night before IFBB, where I was 91 kilo. Overnight, I lost about 4.5 kilos, mainly from water. And then, yeah, this morning I was 91.4, I'm pretty sure. Whereas the morning of IFBB, I was 88.5, something like that. So I was about 3 kilos heavier. Definitely not as lean, definitely not as tight, but I would say a bit more fuller, and I was definitely holding water. But I wasn't going to waste this trip. I'd paid for a whole week's accommodation. I'd hired a car for the whole week, booked flights. I paid for the comp as well. I'd already paid for that like 3 months ago. So I just did it, and we had a pretty good outcome. So I still won the Classic Bodybuilding Open Champion, and I also did sports shorts, but I didn't come first in that one. But my feedback was, I'm too big for sports shorts, and I am classic. So I guess that's not a bad thing to hear back as feedback, but still, I don't like not coming first. But it is what it is. So I've eaten all my sushi now. I'm going to chill out for a little while. I kind of want to walk down to the gym and maybe just go for a bit of like a training session, because I actually had Thursday off the gym and then I had Friday off the gym because I didn't know what I was doing, whether I was going to be competing or whether I was going to be doing a fitness test. So I kind of just feel like training. So I might go down and do like an upper body pump session tonight before I get a little bit of food and then go to sleep. Nothing crazy tonight. I'm here by myself. And then we've got nationals in 2 weeks where I will be making my weight and we are going to dial in and get shredded. So I brought myself into IPB Adelaide by myself. I wanted to prove that I could do it myself, coach myself while coaching everybody else. I had a lot to prove for that comp after last time, and I came in looking amazing. But after Adelaide, I didn't want the stress of dealing with my own prep, because in those last couple of weeks I did get into my own head, and I realized the beneficial side of having a good coach to get yourself out of your head when you are looking at yourself and you don't think you're lean enough, so you cut your calories, where really your coach would be telling you you look fine. So after Adelaide comp, about a week later, I had a coaching call with Mr. Brandon Kempter. Now Brandon is probably the most, I guess, experienced but also one of the smartest natural comp prep coaches in Australia. The guy's an absolute guru. So there's not many coaches that would take on someone 2 weeks out from their comp. So I paid for a coaching call just to discuss, I guess, the way he goes about things and if it was very similar to the way I do things. As I feel I'm very evidence-based and science-based, and I do a lot of research into everything that I guess want to know. Whereas when I've taken on coaches previously, they're all just bro science, just fucking bullshit. And I didn't want that again. So the coaching call went really well. Me and Brandon, I guess, have a lot of the same concepts and do a lot of the same things. He's just a lot more smarter than me. Like I would, for instance, I quoted a study that I read on, what was it? It was, I can't even think right now, but I quoted the study and the guy literally knew what year the study was and who wrote it. Like, I know things, and then this guy just knows everything about that thing. It's crazy. He's so smart. So he brought me into nationals, which was good because I got out of my own head, but we learned a little bit about that as well. So then we were meant to come into Queensland comp together, and that's when I found out about the firefighters. So we made a plan to perform rather than compete. So we were planning on performance. I had to do a fucking 5-hour physical, and then that turned to shit. So messaging him at 4 p.m. the night before a comp and him sending everything through, like, what an absolute amazing coach. Seriously, like, I'm so thankful for Brandon. I'll tag him in this video, but I'm going to do a big write-up on everything anyway. But thanks, Brandon. You're an absolute champ. And now we've got 2 weeks to nationals to bring everything together. And I have to be 86.5 kilos on the day of the weigh-in, which is the day before the comp. So that's going to be fun. It's going to be fucked, more like it. But luckily, I got no more work and I can just chill in my hotel and just be a zombie for a whole week. Aaron's not going to like that, but we'll see how we go. And then we're going to do a rapid backload on carbs. So that's pretty much it. I'm just going to chill out in Queensland now. But that's pretty much what's been happening with me the last couple of days. And yeah, peace out. So that was pretty much what happened at Nabba. I ended up competing, like I said, literally 18 hours before, or 16 hours before I was actually meant to be on stage. I didn't plan to compete at all. I was obviously in condition, but I didn't do any peak weeks, so it was pretty crazy. And I actually kind of like the photos from that one the best. Like this photo here is one of my favorite photos from all the comps. And yeah, so then after that comp, I ate some sushi, which is there. and then I had some Nando's. Then after that, I pretty much just hung out with some friends, got some training footage, which is there. I saw Jackson Tippett and my friend Josh, and we actually went to Movie World together just to hang out, and I was looking pretty gnarly in those videos and photos there. So that's pretty much my Queensland trip. It was quite fun. I love Queensland, hopefully moving there soon. So then we flew to Sydney, and this is the rest of the footage from ICN Nationals, where Erin came 5th. It was her birthday as well, so I had a little surprise for her, and she was mega embarrassed, but it was pretty funny. I don't really care what people think of me. I literally started singing happy birthday to her in a massive room full of probably hundreds of people, so enjoy that video.
Judges' scores are in. Top 5 in no particular order. When you hear your number called, please step back to the rear of the stage. 15. 78. 41.
Yeah!
36. Our final competitor in the top 5, 124. Give a big round of applause for these 4 ladies, Lexi, Natalie, Steph, and Celeste. Ladies, moving into the centre of the stage, please. 5th place finish in the Miss Bikini Rookie Class 1. 41, Erin O'Sullivan from South Australia. In 4th place, 15, Jen McDonald from New South Wales. And a big round of applause for our Rookie Class 1 in the Miss Bikini Model Division, our top 5. Well done, ladies, you may follow the stage to your left.
Don't drop it. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Erin. Happy birthday to you.